Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden football.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Set 90 Wolf.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Watch out. Ready?
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play. Holding them to no gain.
They run. Devontae Freeman. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He'll field this at the 5. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
76.
From the gun, here's Goff. Over the middle, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From just shy of midfield, Goff nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Ready? 50. Plant.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Get it.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now Jones. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now it's Freeman. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Freeman again, a first down carry. Nifty move. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
On 2nd and 12, Jones, and Josh Hill has it. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. He's going to let this one. It got his man complete. And they will finally get him down up at the 42-yard line. A full 40 yards that time on 3rd down as the chains move with a lot of room to spare. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Take 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Go.
Watch the slant.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Gone. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Jones, off play action. That's complete to Jake Butt. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Jones now throwing on 1st down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Ndamukong Suh able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's gone. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returning, it's Benjamin. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got it. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On 2nd and 12, Jones, his throw incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? On first down, Kendrick. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Goff now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Come on now, let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando in stats. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Now Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff, flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go around.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Goff to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jones going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 3rd down, Freeman, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 10. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Benjamin. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 13 seconds the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an alley to run. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. What a run that was. 88 yards on the punt return. And the Rams have taken the lead. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Jones now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Jones to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Samson Abuka, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And Lutz's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is. But how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
He's got daylight. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. 77 yards. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Yeah, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his butt, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Well, that 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard, can slide up to the second.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. From the 22, gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now gone, and that will be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films. They came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. These guys have punted 4 times already, and the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
Ready. 50, plant.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's Jones off the play fake. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Back to throw. Jones. And Thomas has it. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This pass into the arms of Snead. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Yeah, nothing doing here as this time to run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Jones now throwing on 4th down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on down. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Gone. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That one good for 37 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Goff now looking to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Weber. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Von Bell. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Weber. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Kendrick. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it'll bring up third down. Here's Jones on third down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On fourth down, Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in the game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On first down, Kendrick. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory.